So guys, let's talk about the current situation of the confraternity war that is going on in Akwa Ibom, right there in the city of Oyo. The confraternity war that involves black ass, mafians, and also Vikings. And this particular confraternity war, the members of KK have also involved. They have said something about this particular confraternity war, and I am going to tell you guys everything that happened that led to this confraternity war, and 2 people is said to have been brought down. I was able to get my hands on the full information about what happened, and you are going to be surprised because this is something that could have been easily resolved, but it has led to the bringing down of 2 young men. And funny enough, one of the young men that was brought down is a former leader of his confraternity in that particular place where he practiced, and he didn't even know anything that was going on. He wasn't involved in this particular problem that happened. He was just a victim of confraternity, although he is a former number 1 man. So without wasting any of your time, let's dive into the video. Now, this confraternity was started between Black Ass and Supreme Vikings confraternity. It later involved Mafians, and now the members of KK, the elders of KK, have also tried to say something about the particular problem. However, the Vikings members in Uyo have said that they think that confraternity members are taking side against them. I'm going to explain everything so that you will understand the reason the member of Vikings feel that way. So this whole problem started on Sunday when a former leader of Vikings who doesn't practice in that particular area in Oron Road. This happened at Ibom, right there in Oron Road. And a young man who is said to be a former leader of Vikings that don't practice there, they say he lives far away. But I think he was there for some reasons, and he was with other Vikings members. He had a problem with a young man who is not a member of confraternity. And it is funny enough when you find out that some of this confraternity wars start from someone who is not a member of any confraternity. So this Vikings member had a problem with a young man that is not a confraternity member, and I really don't know what transpired between them because that wasn't explained by the members of Vikings. But they said they were chasing the young man, and the young man ran into a house of a black ass member. Now this particular black ass member that the young man ran into, the black ass member is a former number 1 man of black ass right there in Ibom in Oron Road. So when he ran into the house of the black ass member came out and he stopped the Vikings members from going into his house to get the guy. He asked them what the guy did, and the Vikings members told him that the guy is a thief. The guy was saying that he is not a thief, and the black ass member, the former leader of black ass, now told the Vikings member, he said, thieves still they pursue thieves. He was asking them if it is right for a thief to be chasing a thief. So he was essentially calling the members of Vikings a thief. So the Vikings members got angry and they started insulting him. They told him that he always behaved as if he is a better human being, and that led to altercation. They started arguing. And there is something you should know about this particular area in Oron Road, this Ibom. The thing is that they have something that they call CJTF. It is a confraternity JTF comprised of different leaders of confraternities in that particular area. This is for them to solve any problem that arise from any confraternity clashes. So the reason for this is for them not to go into confraternity wars. In other areas like Delta State or Benin City, Edo State, they call this kind of group the Rainbow Coalition. But in Akwa Ibom, they call it the CJTF, the confraternity JTF. So after this altercation between the Vikings members and the former leader of Black Ass, this Black Ass member went to the JTF people that very Sunday, and he explained what happened to them, said the Vikings members were wrong because they were in his house and they were insulting him, that he only told them if it is right for a thief to be chasing a thief, that he demands an apology from the member of Vikings. So the people in the CJTF had told him that he should not worry, that they will see to it that the Vikings members go to him and apologize. They even said that the former Vikings leader that led the group that chased the young man to his house is not even practicing in that area. So they said it will not be fair for someone who doesn't live in that area to come and cause a huge problem for them. You know, confraternity clash is a huge problem once it starts. So the black ass member went home. after some time, his other black ass members, his friends, went to his house to go ask him and confirm if the Vikings members came to apologize. So while they were there, other people saw them and the information reached out to the Vikings members. So the Vikings members were thinking that the black ass members came to look for them, thinking that they are in the house. So this makes the Vikings members to get angry. You know, confraternity members, they can get angry so easily. So the Vikings members got angry, they reinforced, they were much in numbers, and they went to look for, and before they got there, the other black ass members have left. It was just remaining one other black ass member with him. So when they got there, the altercation escalated, and the Vikings members were telling them that, so you went to call your members to come look for us, right? So the thing escalated and it turned into a fight. And the former black ass leader was macheted by the Vikings members, but they said it did not penetrate based on his automobile. So he ran inside to get the tool, and the Vikings members chased him inside. So while he got his tool, they overpowered him, collected the tool from him, and they beat him up, left. Now after this happened, these black ass former leaders told his members that this is what is going on. The Vikings members came back to my house and they have collected my tools. The tool that they collected from him, it is an Okkamade, and I really don't understand why these confraternity members. First of all, I don't support killing people with tools. Everyone on this page know that I don't support that. However, I don't understand why these confraternity members bank so much on Okkamade. Like, there are a lot of people in your house fighting you rushed inside to get a tool, Okkamade that is known to fail like 75% of the time. So you rushed inside to get your Okkamade, and then this happened. It was collected from you. Now the black ass members had told the Vikings members to return the tools. A lot of people say they gave them ultimatum to return the tools, and the tools wasn't returned. This is when this particular young man, who is a former leader of black ass, mobilized his squad and they started looking for members of Vikings. So that is when they saw a young man who is also a former leader of Vikings in that particular area, and the black ass members pulled a hit on him and brought him down. Now there is a misconception that this particular young man was with the Vikings members that went to collect the tools, but in reality, the Vikings member that was brought down, the former leader of Vikings that was brought down, he wasn't with the Vikings members when this problem started. He wasn't also with them when the Vikings members went back to the house of the black ass to collect the tools. As a matter of fact, this Floxy that was brought down has nothing to do with this problem. He wasn't involved from the beginning. He was just walking anyhow up and down on his own when they brought him down. And some Vikings members have even said that Floxy has no idea that there was a problem in Oron Road. Based on, there is a CJTF, the Confraternity Joint Task Force, and they say that problems don't always arise in that particular area, and even if it does not lead to hit. So the black ass members went to pull the hit, and they brought down this former leader of Vikings. So when this happened, the Vikings members got angry. They were very pissed, and they said that this is a full-blown war. So the hit squad of Vikings went into the streets looking for a member of black ass. That is when they saw two black ass members. So they chased them with the tools, and the black ass members ran into a shop, a beer parlor that is owned by a member of Mafia. Now mind you, the Mafia member that owns this beer parlor is also said to be one of the leaders of the CJTF. So he should also know better about confraternity, because they were selected to make sure that there is no confraternity war. And when the black ass members run into this particular beer parlor, the Vikings members chased them to pull a hit on them. That is when the Mafia member brought out a pump passion, because he has a licensed pump passion, and then he shot one of the Vikings guy. He shot one of the Vikings guy, and the Vikings guy fell, and then he went down. After the Vikings guy went down, the Mafia member, who is also one of the leaders of the CJTF, had said that when the Vikings chased the black ass members into his shop, he said they couldn't find the black ass members and they started robbing his customers. But the Vikings members have said that that was fabricated. They said that was a lie. They said it was when their members chased the black ass members into the beer parlor. That is when the member of Mafia opened fire on their members, leading to the bringing down of one of the Vikings guys. So right now, the Vikings members became very angry with the Mafias, and they are also angry with the black ass members. So the hit squad has been on the street ever since, looking for black ass members and also looking for members of Mafias. A lot of people have traveled, and now the elders of KK, the clansmen in that particular Oron area, had called for the leaders of all the confraternities for them to talk about this, because they have said that the confraternity war never happened in this particular area. So they are begging for this thing not to spoil, for the peace in that area not to spoil. However, the Vikings members had said that they don't want peace right now. They said they are going to bring down a member of Black Ass or a member of Mafia before they even consider peace, because they have lost 2 of their members. And being that the KK people in that area are also very well respected, they are telling the Vikings members to try to let go, to let bygone be bygone. And the Vikings members are not saying that other confraternities in that particular place are kind of taking side against them, because you are not going to tell someone that has lost 2 people to just let everything go and let bygone be bygone. They said it is not done that way. They said confraternities is not usually practiced that way. And the other people, even the Mafia elders, they are trying to make sure that no more person is being brought down. But the Vikings members are saying that they are not going to let go. So the problem is still on ground. It is almost a week that it started, and a lot of businesses have closed down. A lot of people are on the run for what they know nothing about, and this matter is still on ground. So if you know you're going to that area around Ibom in Oron Road, you should be very careful, because the members of Vikings are seriously seeking for revenge. I hope nobody else is brought down, and I hope they find a way to talk about this. Anyway, you are watching Nigerian View.